Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Be sure to flip and switch the roles and genders, okay? So I'm going to make this kind of quick, water signs, because I do got to step out real quick, and then yeah, so I'm going to make it quick, okay? So let's see what the water sign placements most importantly need to know for the month of March. What is the overall theme? Energy. Okay, we got square. Creates restrictions and obstacles, pressure, power struggles, demands, motivates, confrontation, and resistance. Oof. And then we have Capricorn. So you or somebody you're dealing with can have Capricorn placements. Somebody can have a hard time with like discipline, structure. Yeah, money even. Capricorn, ambitious, serious, shrewd, practical, resourceful, hardworking, cautious, enduring, patient, disciplined, and wise. Yeah, somebody may not be the most patient. You could be dealing with somebody that rather like they like to have things come easy. Somebody here could be a bit lazy. I got that for Taurus. So you or somebody can have Taurus placements. Maybe somebody's a Taurus Mars or something. I don't know, but yeah, there could be some type of, you could be having a hard, there's like some type of restriction that somebody is having. And you guys could be feeling this even more so because we are in Pisces season, and Pisces, and I mean for my, if any Pisces placements are watching, you guys like to go with the flow. Y'all don't like to feel restricted or boxed in. Hey Taylor, you could feel like somebody is demanding or confrontational. They could feel this way about you. But maybe you guys are just different. But what's square for the water signs? Yeah, Knight of Wands. I really do feel like somebody here, okay, I'm getting a couple things. Now, Knight of Wands, Sag, Scorpio energy, you can have those placements, or you can, somebody could be born in November, November Sag, November Scorpio. The Knight of Wands likes to come and go as they please. They like to be free. They're very free-spirited. They like to have fun. They like to follow their passion. They're not the most reliable or the most stable of the knights at all. If you want that, you got to get the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands is a carefree and very free spirit, man or woman. So someone could be trying to contain a person like this, or you could be dealing with someone that's like this. And because you guys are so different, because now we have a Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is more grounded, more mature, more earthy, more reliable, more stable. And not just in money, but just in who she is, her day-to-day stuff. This could even be someone who's a parent, right? You know, they could be a manager, a supervisor. They have to look after people. They have to look after their home, their children if they have kids. They have people that they have to manage. Somebody here could be very good with their finances. Somebody here is good with their time, their resources, their energy, their health, what they eat. Meanwhile, the Knight of Wands is like, well, I do and eat what I want. I go wherever I please. I wake up and just do what I feel like, wherever the wind takes me, wherever my passion, wherever my desires are, that moment, that's where I go. And that could be where there's friction and resistance, because somebody could be coming off more demanding and controlling, but with the devil in reverse, that's not the case. Somebody's not really controlling or trying to bind anyone. There's just a clash in personalities, honestly. What's square? Yeah, the Empress and the Three of Cups. Taurus, Libra energy. Somebody, this could be like, somebody here could be pregnant. There could be a celebration of a pregnancy, or this could be something new, abundant. Somebody could be going out, celebrating, having a good time, living in the moment. Again, the Empress energy is also very indulgent. The shadow side could be laziness, being too passive. But somebody here likes to have fun. Let's just have fun. Let's drink. Let's eat. Let's smoke. Let's have sex. Let's party. You know, we don't have to. It doesn't really matter how much we spend today or tonight. We'll figure it out afterwards. And then the bills don't get paid, or you got to dip into your savings now, or you got to go and borrow money from other people because you know, you being reckless. You want to, you know, go out to drink and eat and with money that you don't really have when you should be paying bills or something like that. You know, yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength in reverse. Somebody doesn't know how to manage their resources, whether it's their time, their money, their energy. They don't know how to manage it. Somebody mismanages things because it's like they don't have self-control with the Strength in reverse. Leo energy. What square? You or somebody can have Leo in their chart. Five of Cups. Yeah, now and then somebody here is in regret. Because the same 3 cups that are here are the same 3 cups that have now spilled over. Now, if it's not about that, this could be somebody that chose to go in a different direction. Something felt good until it didn't. And I did a reading for y'all. I'll link it in the comments. Something felt good until it didn't. Now something was celebratory, it was fun, a pregnancy could have came about this, or some type of disappointment. Something felt good, it was fun, somebody was charged up, they were sexually charged, you know, charged in whether passion, excitement, whatever, and now somebody, after celebrating or having fun or indulging, now they're in the Five of Cups. They're depressed, they're at a loss, they could just be feeling down. Or somebody here could have been on a high with something, and now it's like they're dealing with the down of it. Like, say somebody here deals with drugs, right? You know, it feels good. It's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm on top of the world. This feels celebratory. This feels amazing. And then when it wears off, and something could be like a downer for a person. It could be drinking, smoking. It could even be sex. It feels great. And once the climax hits, it's like somebody is like, they're like, it's like, you see how he's holding himself? It's like, ugh. It's like they don't want to be bothered, really. They don't want to be touched, really. It's like, yeah, okay, what's the square? Yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse. For those of you, if you're looking for love with a particular person, something's going to be disappointing because this person, I mean, somebody's an Empress and somebody's dealing with a Knight. King of Wands in reverse. Something is just not worth the juice is not worth the squeeze. Something or someone is just not worth the investment. They're not going to invest. They're not going to really take action. And for some of you guys, you can see this already. Somebody here is lazy. They change their mind a lot. They don't take initiative. They have poor leadership skills. Somebody can only want to come around to have sex. They don't really want to put the effort into anything. Somebody wants to benefit, but it's like somebody here wants to benefit off of something without committing to it. They don't really want to invest, but they want to be able to celebrate and be all up in your energy and enjoy your Empress, your whatever you provide or give, or cross watcher. This could be the water signs. Somebody wants to enjoy a person without having to give anything, and this is going to leave somebody here feeling sad, regret, and guilty or shameful. Ace of Cups in reverse. Somebody here could have a lot of repressed emotions or trauma, feelings. Somebody here could be using sex as a way to cope, going out, having fun, drinking, indulging, hanging out with friends, lovers, whatever this case is. But something is unrequited and it's going to be disappointing. Yeah, and the King of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, July, Leo. Somebody here got a big ego. Again, poor leadership skills. They're bitter. They're insecure. What square? And if this is a new person, I feel like a lot of you guys, you can already see that something is a mismatch. The Empress upright with the Emperor in reverse. Somebody is not on a person's level. They're not an emperor. And I just did a water sign reading for you guys. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a couple of water sign readings. Something is going to drain. Something is just going to waste a person's time and be draining because whoever you're dealing with, they're just not on the same level as you. When I mean same level, the maturity is just not there. Somebody is immature. They're not a grown-up. They lack structure. They lack discipline. They lack follow-through. They don't take initiative. There's an abuse of power. There's a lack of inner authority. This is not a mature grown-up. And this could be someone that you're close to or someone that you're trying to get close to you or who's trying to get close to, or either you want to get close to them or they're trying to get close to you, but they're hiding things about their personality or about just whatever. And I don't know if somebody's not using their discernment or they're lying to themselves with square. Yeah, Three of Wands. I feel like somebody here could think the grass is greener. I feel like once the celebration of something's over, now somebody is sad again, or they're disappointed. There even could be boredom. Maybe something was celebratory while somebody was pregnant. There was closeness, and now that after a baby, or after whatever this fun and indulgence is, it's like, okay, again, there was a high, and then there's the low. Yeah, something is gonna change, and it's not gonna be for the better. And I got that for the fire sign reading. Somebody had high hopes for something, and they're going to be let down really bad. The letdown is going to feel really shitty for somebody, because a person may end up switching up on somebody, going in a different direction, exploring their options, betraying them. Somebody may end up feeling really depressed, and this is all because Six of Cups in reverse, somebody has not grown up. There's something about their childhood or a past experience. Somebody's not a grown up. What's the square? Or somebody has a rose-tinted view of the past, or of whatever this is. Square. Yeah, the Devil in reverse. Somebody's going to have to detach from somebody. Or somebody here is trying not to. Somebody doesn't want to be attached to nobody. Emotionally, at least. The Devil. Somebody can have issues with attachment. I don't know, somebody here has anxious attachment, but they're also avoidant at the same time. Like, it's a lot going on with somebody's emotions. But when it comes to passion, when it comes to excitement, when it comes to fun, when it comes to thrills, when it comes to taking risks and chasing, they'll do that, but they're not going to fully invest, or they're not going to fully stay put. That's boring. Somebody doesn't like the day-to-day responsibilities of certain things. They like the novelty. Somebody here is chasing novelty. That's the issue. One person wants stability, or they're capable of that, while somebody else is chasing novelty. Somebody could be born June 20th. This will be a waste of time. This will drain somebody's energy or their pockets. Hold on. I'm cooking some salmon. Hold on, guys. What's the Knight of Wands? Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This could be something new. This could be like a new situation. This could somebody here is very there could be an age difference, and if it's not an age difference, or a drastic one, or a small one, whatever, there's a difference in maturity. There's a difference in readiness between two people. Page of Pentacles. Somebody could be really flighty when it comes to plans. Hey, Lakithra. Happy Saturday to you, too. Somebody's flighty when it comes to plans. And this could be because the person has a lot of options. Somebody could have a lot of options. Somebody could be slow to commit because they have options, or they want to keep their options open. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, Page of Wands. Somebody is very childish. Somebody is very immature. Somebody gets bored easily. This could be an inner child issue that somebody has. it doesn't really matter how much somebody, you could love somebody, nurture somebody. If they're in reverse or they're not ready, there's a lack of readiness in them. They don't have the maturity or the experience. They have not grown or matured yet. It doesn't matter how much you nurture or spoil you or do whatever for a person. That's not going to force them to, it's just, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't force that. Page of Wands. Yeah, the Justice. And I don't really feel like somebody here is lying about who they are. I feel like something is very apparent. I feel like something is very apparent. Justice here, Libra, that's upright, it's integrity, it's honesty. This is something where like a person's reckless choices or somebody's choices have consequences. There's cause and effect. Yeah, and the Fool in reverse, this is reckless. I feel like if somebody wants to be gullible and naive and recklessly jump into something with a person like this, you can't be mad when something is unrequited or when you feel used or you're being used or you're being breadcrumbed. I feel like somebody here is pretty much making something pretty known. Or if somebody will see it, or they would have saw it if they just take their time. Somebody needs to take their time and really evaluate and really reflect on what's going on. Justice here. Somebody needs to be honest with themselves. Yeah, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is not solid. This will not be a solid situation. Somebody can have abandonment issues. Somebody could be faking their happiness. There's going to be a really big shift with this Wheel of Fortune that's going to feel like it's going to cause a painful ending. But I feel like somebody here is lacking discernment. Somebody's intuition is telling them like, hey, there's red flags. And somebody's like, you know, no, I'm going to love them through it. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm just going to be patient. I'm just going to whatever. I'm just going to see it through. And okay. Ace of Cups in reverse. And the reason why the aces are in reverse like this, because you can always, the energy, you can always, when y'all listen to tarot readings, it's not set in stone. You can always change the outcome, but you have to do something about it. A lot of people just don't, the outcomes be the outcomes because y'all don't make any changes. Somebody here can have Virgo in their chart with the Virgo in their chart, or be dealing with a Virgo with the Hermit here. The aces are just seeds of potential. It's all about how you water them. It's all about what you do with them. If you don't do nothing with it, you don't water it, you don't invest in it, you don't commit to it, they're not going to grow to be anything, whether it's love or money or anything that you're trying to manifest into the physical. Yeah, Nine of Cups. With the Temperance here, Sagittarius energy. Somebody here could be really sensitive, very sensitive, very temperamental, very moody even. You or somebody can have Sag in their chart. The Knight of Cups, Pisces, Aquarius. You or somebody can be born in February. You can have those placements in your chart as well. Somebody needs to take their time with, but with the 8, I don't know if somebody here is repressing their feelings, but some Temperance and the Knight of Cups. Temperance and the Knight of Cups. I don't know, somebody, yeah, the Chariot, heavy Cancerian energy. There could be physical or emotional distance between you and somebody, or between two people, or whatever this is. Somebody's trying to move forward while there's like repressed emotions, or while, I mean, there's false starts. There's Ace of Pentacles in reverse real quick. What's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, the Eight of Wands. So how are you trying to move? How is anybody trying to move forward in this type of energy? Mercury and Sag, something is discombobulated. There's a lack of order. It's just somebody just don't have their priorities straight, and they're manipulative, or they lack clarity. They can be scatterbrained. This person is stressed out. They're not clear-headed. The Empress and the Three of Cups. This could be someone that you're in a long-distance relationship with. Somebody may travel or travel for work. Real quick, what's the Chariot? The Chariot, please. Somebody trying to move forward with this, and that's why there's friction here. Somebody could be moving, relocating. Maybe somebody has a lot of changes going on in their life right now. There could be a contract in place, Three of Pentacles. If you're doing business with this person or you're trying to commit something with this person, be very mindful because they're not the most stable. Somebody is not really stable. King of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Swords. They don't know what they want. They barely know who they are. They can have identity issues, sexuality issues. Somebody could be bad when it comes to their finances. You can't, like, somebody is just not stable. Four Wands in reverse. And this is why something's going to be, if you move forward with something, especially really fast, it's not going to be built on a solid foundation. Four Wands in reverse, Venus and Aries. It's not. Something is just going to be unstable. The foundation is going to be weak. But somebody could be moving or there could be changes going on. Empress and the Three of Cups. Somebody could be distant from family or friends. Yeah, the Seven of Swords here. I don't know if somebody is rebounding, Moon in Aquarius. Somebody could just be looking for comfort. They're looking for like a mother, a father. They're looking for some type of belonging. Maybe somebody feels homesick. Somebody here could be living at a distance or living away from family, or somebody is not close with their family or not close with anybody, and they're looking for some type of belonging. Somebody's looking for some type of identity through like connections, partnerships, validation, being seen, being comforted, when they need to be talking to a therapist or talking to, like, I don't know, looking through their childhood or something. I really don't know. The Seven of Cups, Moon in Aquarius. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody could be hiding a lot of frustration. Somebody here knows. Somebody could be hiding that they made. Somebody could be trying to cover up that they made a bad investment with someone. Or that they regret some type of investment. They regret some type of celebration or something that should be celebratory. Somebody is really secretly in regret. Because if they wanted to come back to you, or if you wanted to go back to somebody, they can't or you can't. Especially if somebody's pregnant or somebody's married or I don't know. Because the Empress that is pregnancy here. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Saturn and Taurus. I feel like somebody's hiding the fact that they're not really invested into something or someone for real. Somebody also could have been stealing from somebody. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, the Hierophant. Somebody could be married or there's something about a person's commitment, their beliefs, Taurus energy. You or somebody can have Taurus in their chart. Somebody could be practicing Ramadan. Okay, so I don't know, somebody here could be trying to get somebody off track. What's this Three of Wands? Something about religion here with the Hierophant. Beliefs. Tradition. What's Three of Wands? Yeah, somebody's still holding on to somebody from their past. Scorpio Sun here with the Six of Cups. The Four of Pentacles is Capricorn Sun. Somebody could still be holding on to someone from their past. Or somebody is still somebody still has hope alive from, yeah, I feel like somebody here low-key still has hope. Somebody also could be in like a child. What's the Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles? It's a lot. I feel like somebody, yeah, the Sun in reverse. Somebody's really trying to cover up something. Yeah, that was a water sign reading I did for y'all too. That somebody was trying to cover up something shady. Somebody's hiding or trying to cover up something shady. Sun in reverse, or somebody had high hopes for holding on to something or keeping something, going back to something, and that's just not going to happen. Sun in reverse, or they had high hopes of doing something. Yeah, somebody is just very pessimistic right now, very unhappy, very moody. Somebody has gotten themselves stuck in a predicament by their choices, by their doing. Pisces energy. Somebody could have also committed a crime, or somebody here self-sabotage something. I don't know if somebody here is in denial about it. They don't see it. They're confused. I mean, what's there to be confused about? Choices have consequences. Pisces here with the hangman. Somebody refuses to. Somebody here is very ignorant, very pessimistic, and very ignorant, and very closed-minded, very narrow-minded. Five of Cups. What's the Five of Cups? Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Somebody may feel like they're stuck with somebody for like the next 18 years now, or the next 10 years, or they're in a contract now for a long time. This could be in regards to work or whatever. That came out in the reading I did last night. Child, Mercury and Virgo. Somebody is in regret. Somebody here could have gotten somebody pregnant for like the second time. Somebody is not good at evaluating. Somebody is very avoidant. Somebody just sucks at how they evaluate. Like, somebody's just ignorant. They're not clear-minded. And somebody's ego gets them into trouble every time. Their ego, their impulses, their restless nature, their eagerness. The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, Five of Swords. Somebody just self-sabotages. And whatever somebody here could have did something because, like I said, it was fun, or they did it out of spite, but it's like it was an empty victory. Because, like, well, now you're stuck with you trying to prove a point, but now you're stuck with the point. You were trying to prove a point, but now you're stuck with the point. Now you're stuck with the burden, the responsibility, the obligation that you don't want. Somebody stuck with the point that they were trying to prove. Now you're stuck. Now something is no longer fun. Now oh wow, you got to deal with it. Five of Swords here. I feel like somebody here is really two-faced. I feel like somebody's not really committed, or they're not really invested into somebody like that. Somebody could even be using someone. Somebody here somebody here wants a traditional look to something, or a traditional relationship or a setup, but that's just not who they really are for real. It's a cover-up. Like I said, somebody trying to cover up something shady in your other water sign reading. And the way these readings, these family dynamics have been coming out with the water signs, it's like somebody's refusing to get it. Somebody's like, no, I don't care. I don't want to see the truth. No, I don't. Somebody could be born October 20th. Somebody's like, no, I don't care. Nope. Somebody just refuses to, like, they're like, nope, don't care. Five of Swords. Venus and Aquarius. Yeah, somebody's just, and they in their feelings. They like, no, I don't care. I'm going to spoil you them. I'm going to give to them. I'm going to do, yeah, Nine of Cups, Page of Cups, Two of Wands. But deep down, somebody here knows that a person is not over their ex. They're faking their happiness. They don't really want to be somewhere. That's why somebody has to make something easy for a person. Somebody has to make something easy for somebody because they don't really want it. They don't really want to be there. They're still stuck on their ex, or they're not really into it. So they have to make, they're not really drawn there. So somebody is going out their way to make something doable, digestible for a person. Somebody here knows deep down, like, yeah, they don't really want to be here. They're not really feeling me. I know they still miss their ex. I know they still stuck on their ex. I know they still rather do this, but you know. Oh well. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, June, Cancer. Somebody was doing something out of spite. Queen of Cups. Yeah, the moon here, heavy on the Cancer energy. Definitely something around a mother. Somebody definitely could be pregnant, married, or it could be their mother, or something about somebody's psyche, their attachment styles. The moon rules the attachment styles, the subconscious, where our beliefs really come from, which is the mother, which is the subconscious. The mother creates and rules the subconscious. And with the Ten of Pentacles, that could be something generational. There could be chronic like depression or alcoholism that runs in somebody's family on their maternal line. What's the moon here? Cancer, Pisces, or addiction or something that somebody is trying to break or not get caught up in. What's the moon here? Yeah, the Four of Cups. Somebody is not the Four of Cups in the Tower. Somebody when this little after this little celebratory moment, after the high is off, somebody's going to be so dissatisfied, so unhappy, so miserable, or they are already. Somebody is so discontent, and they're either hiding it or they're trying to blame other people for why they're moody or why they're in the or why they feel this way, that way. Four of Cups, y'all could be seeing 444. Definitely something around family. Which has been showing up in y'all readings since the summer of last year. The earth signs and the earth signs got 444 in the tower. When this tower comes for these two people that are in a connection or connected to each other, it's like somebody. This can only be ignored, but for so long, because the tower is coming. That's a rude awakening, a sudden realization, an epiphany. What's the devil in reverse? Somebody here could also be feeling rejected, or they're rejecting something, or it's like somebody here has the tower's coming. The Four of Cups in the Tower, devil in reverse. Yeah, the Six of Wands. Somebody could be trying to make something look like it's not toxic or it's not as bad as it is, but it is. The Three of Swords and the King of Cups. It's bad for both people, or it will be. Someone could be born November 21st. The King of Cups and the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Moon, and the Four of Cups. Both of these people, two people are moody, unhappy, and miserable for different reasons or for the same reasons, whatever. But yeah, Six of Wands here with the Jupiter and Leo. Yeah, Five of Wands. Somebody trying to cover something. There's one person out of this dynamic that is going out their way to scramble around and try to and cover up that whoever they chose or whatever they're doing was irresponsible and was not it. Especially if this was somebody here that was talking shit about people and their situations. I thank God I'm still married. Thank God I'm not single, or thank God my child got a father or a mom, or thank God me and my baby moms is together, or thank God we whatever. But meanwhile, there, little do you know, behind the scenes, somebody is overperforming, over functioning, just to keep some fake shit from falling apart. Oh, I'm still friends with my day ones, but they talk about each other. They don't even like each other like that for real. Or thank God I got a family. They're not even close. Haven't spoken to these people in years, months. They don't even fuck with each other like that. So what are we really bragging about here? Somebody, y'all could be saying 555. Me and mine's is, yeah. The earth signs. Earth signs and Taurus got 555. What's the Five of Wands here? Somebody is just somebody here just completely, it's like somebody just wanted to be chosen. They wanted to be seen as, well, I'm the one that got married. I'm the one that got this. I'm the one that did that. I'm the one that's doing this. It's like somebody here is just, they were competing by themselves. It was never a competition. And that's why this tower, somebody here, it was never a competition. It was never about that. Five of Wands, Somebody wanted to look like, out of all the relatives or cousins or friends or brothers or sisters or whatever, they want to look like they're winning. They want to look like they're doing better than everybody. And it's like, you don't even know who. Okay, Five of Wands. Yeah, the King of Cups. I'm telling y'all, it's two people who were here that, yeah, it's a lot of animosity, a lack of attraction. Somebody's burdened their way down. Somebody could have even been doing spell work to keep something together, or being manipulative or whatever. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, October, Scorpio. What's the King of Cups? Yeah, the World card. Somebody's like, fuck, I'm stuck. And somebody is stuck in a cycle with somebody. They got to keep up the facade now. Somebody hates where they're at. They feel restricted. They feel stuck. They got to fake their happiness. And I don't know if somebody's too cowardly to leave, or they could be trying to, they're going to wait to leave. Maybe they're going to wait until a child is older, or they're going to wait until kids are in college or moved out, or they're going to wait until somebody gets, I don't know. So if somebody is sick, they're going to wait till the person feels better in order to leave. Or if somebody's not really doing too well, they're going to wait until that person gets back on their feet, whatever it is. But somebody feels stuck. They're in a cycle. Whatever somebody felt like they won or accomplished, they don't like it there. Something wasn't what somebody thought it was gonna be. It's like they got what they want, and it's like again, the high has worn off. Oh, that's what it's gonna be. I'm over here stuttering and shit. That's what it's gonna be, and down the line, after the high wears off, it's not gonna feel good. The World card, fixed sign energy, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. What's the World card? Bye. Painful, bye. Ten of Swords, Gemini Sun, bye, y'all. There it is. Enough said. Law of attraction. Loving all of you. Love and accept your inner darkness for greatest self-love. Deeply healing world mirrors us. Somebody was supposed to heal, but because they were too impatient to wait and to really learn how to value themselves, they rushed into something, and okay. Growing success, abundance, generosity, be excited, stay on path, improvement, manifesting influence. Yeah, I feel like somebody here did not want to wait for something to grow. Somebody was really impatient. Somebody here could have made a decision based on superficiality, based on material things, status. And okay, the Tower, the Ten of Swords. This will reach a climax, a painful one at that. And we got surprised, the Tower, in a way that you wouldn't expect. A gift from the universe, intense, twist of fate, eclipse news. Yeah. And I think the fire signs had got lunar eclipse. You can, I may link, yeah, let me link the fire sign reading. Because in the fire sign reading, something was changing, but not for the better. And this is what happens when you're impatient, greedy, sneaky, selfish, insecure. Just when this is what happens when you don't wait. When you rush into doing I want to, I want to feel, I want something, have, something is better than nothing type of energy. This is what you got to deal with now. This is what people get stuck with. Or that could be a lesson that you guys had to learn, or this could be what somebody's going to be learning. This is your reading, water signs. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys. And I did a water sign a few weeks ago that said somebody is better off not rushing this. And it's like, I feel like somebody's just ignorant. They're like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm going to do what I want. And that's fine. Everybody's grown. Everybody has free will. But you got to deal with those. You got to deal with the aftermath of your choices. When you ignore those red flags, and when you're just so thirsty to be chosen, and you're just so happy to have somebody in your bed, and you're so happy to have somebody show up to the wedding or to whatever celebratory moment, or you're so happy that you can claim someone, or you can say something so bad, but little do people know, or little do you know what's really in store. You're welcome, Ginger, Coleman. They're stuck hoping they could come back. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is stuck. If somebody wanted to backtrack to an ex, they can't do that now. Somebody here is pregnant. Or somebody's married now. Or there's a contract. There's an obligation. There's a responsibility. There's a commitment. A big one at that now. This was your reading, water signs. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to